Hello, students. Welcome back. So here is the solution set and all my tips about this unit one. Uh, I can tell you the type of problem. There are 15 problems that I have given, and every problem that you will face in your this midterm exam from this unit will be exactly like that. Just little data here and there. Okay. So please work hard on them. Okay, so what I wanted to do is with every unit, what are the concepts that you will need so that you can relate and take your preparation. Okay, so here are the 7 concepts that we did. So I'll go one by one and relate where that concept, which problem is related with that. So let's go on. In number one, it tells the 3 points that lie on the same line are. So this is related to 1.1, okay, where you need to know the definition of point, line segment, ray, plane, angle. So you all know that if 3 points are in a line, so what do we call it? Collinear. So your response should be collinear. Okay? Just 10 seconds problem. Points that lie on the same plane. So there is a plane, obviously combination of points and this. So if you have 3 points, what do you call? They are means same plane. So that's coplanar. All right. And then which of the following geometric object has exactly 2 endpoints? So I have told you in the class, you have had a lot of practice, and also in today's when I gave you this homework, once I gave you the refreshing lecture, that time I told you that a point moves indefinitely on both sides, that's a line. A point moves towards one direction, that's a ray. And a segment that is taken from a line, 2 points, let's say B, taken and cut from that, that means this end is not going any far. So these 2 endpoints, A and B, okay, let's say this A. So which one exactly have 1 point, endpoint? If you have got this ray, you're right. So that's ray. The 2 points. So if it is 2 points, then you got a segment, line segment. And for 4, which of the following geometric objects have exactly 1 endpoint? That's ray, so it's ray. Okay. And then once you come to number 5, it tells angle A and angle B are supplementary angles. The moment you get it, how do you relate it? Angle A and B. That means angle A plus angle B. Let me write down the reference. It's question number 5. Okay. So you'll have to do some mathematics, and during the test, you'll have some space to show your work, and you'll have to show your work. So A plus B is supplementary. So what is a supplementary? You all know it, and you're very good at it. 180 degree. So now what you need to do? You need to find out the measure of smaller angle. Be careful about it. A smaller angle. Don't just find out the measures blindly. Okay, smaller. So first, what do we know? We don't know which one is smaller, which one is larger. First, we'll have to find out the value of x. So what do we have? Instead of a, we have a 2x plus 6. So we write 2x plus 6. Instead of b, we have x minus 12. So we say x minus 12. And that's equivalent to 180. So what's our job? To get all the oranges in one side, all x's. So 3x. And 2 different signs. So they'll be subtracted. From 12, 6 is gone. So negative 6, because the larger value result contains the larger sign. And you have a 186. And now you can shift it here, or you can add 6 the way you do. Okay. Okay, so this cancels out. So 3x 180 added with this 186, and now you need to isolate x, so you divide by 3, divide by 3. So what do you have? You have x, and once you divide, you should be getting 3 6 and 18 and 3 2, 62 degree for x. Job is not done. You'll have to decide which one is smaller. Now you don't have to calculate probably, okay, because no, they gave you the measure, so you'll have to calculate. So if you plug in, obviously 2x plus 6 will be largest, so you say 2x plus 6. So plug in 2 and 62 plus 6. You get, distribute this, 2 2s are 4, 6 2s are 12 plus 6. So you have 130. All right. So you can find out the smaller by plugging in over here, or you can say, since you know that both the angle will give you 180, so you can say the smaller one is 180 minus 130, so that gives you 50. Or the other way is, you say your x minus 12, so you say x minus 12, so plug in the value of x, which is yours 62. 62 minus 12, you still get a 50. So either way you are good. So what we have got, that is 50 degree. Okay, so number 2. And then next one is related to your I'm erasing that because in video you have the advantage of going back and forth again and learn them by yourself. Okay, you don't have any distraction, you can do it by yourself. Work hard. I'm telling you, all the problems will be like this. Okay, so in number 6 it say angle A and B are complementary angles. So what do we do? Straight way again we go, they're complementary. So A plus B is complementary, means opposite of supplementary, so 90. Okay, and your A is given as x plus 30. Okay, and then your B is given as 2x minus 3. So now it's simple algebra, you will have to solve it, and let's go. You can easily solve that, but while I want to be with you, so all x's together, 3x, and 30 and 3 is taken away, so 27 is 90. So you would like to subtract, isolate x, so subtract 27 from both the side, this gone, so you have a 3x equals 3, and that will give you 3, 1 remains in hand, so 6. Okay, so nice number. You get divided by 3, so you get a x equals 21. Now here is also an issue. They say measure of the larger angle. Read very carefully. Read very carefully. So now we are not done, because we'll have to see which one is larger. Okay, so our angles were x plus 30. So let's test, compare. So x plus 30 will give you, instead of x is 21, so plus 30, that gives you 51. Okay, now we can understand that from 90, 51 is gone, 49 is left, so obviously it's a larger one. But if somebody wants to calculate, then you can do B is, angle B is 2x minus 3. So you multiply, plug in x is 21 and minus 3. So you get a 42 minus 3, that's 39. But we don't need that. We need this guy, okay? Because that's the larger one. So that's 3. All right. I'm explaining them multiple choice, how to do them, because so that you guys can really, I mean, the definition and knowledge and multiple choice makeup is a little different, where you need to reason out. Let's say number 7. Which of the following is always true? You'll have to see it is always true. Sometimes it's false, sometimes it's true. No, it's not the answer. So let's see what are the choice. Vertical angles are 90 degree. So it's always good to review what is a vertical angle. So a vertical angle can be 90 degree if they intersect each other perpendicularly. Okay, so this is 90, this is 90. But is it always true? If the vertical angle, intersecting thing, if they are like this, these are, none of them are 90 degree. So we say it's not always true. So it's gone. The measure of a right angle is 90. You got it. Okay? Because right angle is always 90. You don't have to look at the other choices. But again, if you see what they say, all acute angles are congruent. No, acute angle is less than 90. So sometime an acute angle can be a 30 degree one, and another one is, another one is, let's say, 89 degree. So are they equal? No, they are not always equal. Okay, so you can say that's also false. A measure of an obtuse angle is less than 90. No, less than 90 is a acute angle, and more than 90 and less than 180 is an obtuse angle. So you say that's also wrong. So your answer stands at what we have determined, that's true. Okay, the next one is, which of the following is not always true? Remember, that is not always true. So there is something, most of the answers will be always true, and there is something which is not always true. Okay, so let's go back to that. Which of the following is not always true? Vertical angles are congruent. Yes, that's always true, because if it is a vertical angle, this pair is congruent, this pair is congruent. So it's always true. So it's not always true, so it's gone. Complements of congruent angles are congruent. This is little critical, but very easy to think. Complement of congruent angles. Let's say two congruent angle. Congruent angle means they're equal. So let's say A, that is 50, another angle B is also 50. So there's a complement of these congruent angles are always congruent. So see, what is the complement of 950? Complementary angles are 90 degree. So you say complement of 50, usually we make it in this sign. So 90 minus 50, so that's 40. And for B, you see again B prime, so 90 minus 50, that's give again 40. You see, this and this, 40 and 40 are congruent. So complement of A and complement of B, who are congruent, they are also congruent. So they say it's not always true, but it's always true. Okay, all right angles are congruent. Okay, so that is also always true, because if it is a right angle, it has to be 90 degree. So we are left with only 4. And if you think the reason why we said all acute angles are congruent is false, here all obtuse angles are congruent, that's also false. That means that's not true. Why? Because if you look at it, let's say I can draw a obtuse angle, that's 130 degree. I can draw another obtuse angle, that 91 degree. So no one has told us that all the obtuse angle has to be always congruent. So we don't go for that. So we say this is it. All right? Make sense? Okay, then there is the betweenness. Okay, in segment, guys, there are two sums. One is figure is given to you, another one is description. So you will need to interpret it, and we have practiced that a lot. So only thing is you'll have to revise. I will suggest you that with every section, I didn't want to give you the whole question in one paper, so you forget everything. I want to go one by one, okay? And it's better to get a printout of that and preserve. And so let's see. In number 9, we have done this kind of sum in the class a lot of time. Point B is between A and C. So between, if A is here and C is here, so B is in between. So once you connect them, B is somewhere. Let's say wherever it is. Let's say this B. Now they say AB is 3x minus 2. That means my AB, the green part, is 3x minus 1. Okay? And my BC, which is my this part, okay? Let me draw it with another color, okay? So that's my 9x plus 8. And they gave us a data that AC is 139. So what AC is, if you look at AC, in this figure, your AC is whole thing. That means the sum of this AB plus BC. So you can think, you don't have to write all these things, but always writing this gives you confidence, okay? So now you have all these values. AC is 139 and your AB is, okay, let me write down the number. This is number 9, okay, so that you guys don't get lost. Okay, so AB is 3x minus 1, and then your BC is 9x plus 8, all right? So now it's simple algebra, okay? So 139, get all the x's together, combine them, simplify them, 12x. You remember in the algebraic proof we said simplification, and these different signs of subtraction, from 8 1 is taken away, so you have 7, all right? And now I will prefer to subtract 7 from both sides because you want to isolate x, okay? So once you do it, you get 132 should be and 12x. And you can divide both sides by 12 to isolate x. So you get a 11 here. 12 ones are 1 and 1 remains in hand, 12, 1. So you get x is 11. But are we done yet? They say, now measure of BC. Be careful about that. So what is my BC? My BC is 9x plus 8. So we have got x. So we say, therefore, our BC is 9. You can plug in the value of x here and plus 8. All right. So 9 ones are 9, 9 ones are 9 plus 8. Okay. So it should be 107. Am I right? Okay. So we got an answer here, 107. So I'm erasing them and give you a clear picture of that. Okay? Okay, and number 10. This is the same problem, just with a figure, you know. So I'm going a little far so that you guys get it clear. Okay? Let's see. That's number 10. Am I right? Okay. Number 10. Okay. So there is a figure that tells a segment, okay, and this segment has got two parts, A, B, C. This is A, this is B, this is C, okay? And some unknown values are given in terms of variable 12x, 6x. So this is 12x and this is 6x. Okay, so now they told you that by this they mean that distance of the whole AC is, whole segment is 90, okay? So you get a 90 here, right? So it's simple. Your AC is 90. You may not even, since you have everything, you may not even write it. And AB plus BC gives you AC. So it's 12x. And the other one is 6x, all right? So you get a 90. And this gives you 18x, okay? And now you're almost there. So I think it's 5, and that gives you x, okay? 18 cancels out. So now what they ask for? They ask for what is the length of AB. So AB is 12x. So you got your x. So you say, therefore, AB is 12 and your x is 5. So you get a 60. All right? That's it. So we say it's 6. Now, in this figure, what is the correct name of the acute angle in the diagram? So this is a very simple problem. If you understand, it's quite simple. If you see in the diagram, there are 3 angles, in fact. This green, RST, and then with this red one, I can draw this one, RSP, and with this color, pink, light pink, I can draw this angle. So out of them, there should be something which is acute. So if you look at it, easily you can determine it, but logically, once you think, a logical brain will think, okay, RST can never be acute because RST is the sum of PST plus RSP, and PST itself is 90, so it's more than 90. Then what do you have? So you are sure that RST is not going to be the answer. Okay, and then this is 90 degree, so PST is not an acute angle, so PST or TSP is the same thing, so it's not. So what we are left with, if you look at it, you see this is the only one, okay? And since it's not going to 180, so it's obtuse, and from there 90 subtracted, you get an acute angle. So you will be saying RSP or PSA, RSP, okay? So that's your angle, all right? Okay, and now you all are famous with that. You all know 2 lines in the same plane. If they're in the same plane, they'll never touch each other. On this plane, they'll not touch. So what they are? They're parallel line. So don't get full out, go with that. And then there is something that tells you, probably you have done it in your class also. Look at the diagram and evaluate which of the statements below false. We'll have to say false, remember that. So D is the midpoint of C. So let's see C and E. So there is a difference, 3 to 15. So 15 minus 3 gives you 12. And D is at 9. So 9 minus 3 is 6, okay? So 6, another one should be 6. So it's in the midpoint. It's not false. EF, so let's see what is EF. EF is this. Its measure is 15 to 20 is 5. CD is 3 to 9 is 6. So EF is greater than CF. No, 5 is not greater than 6. So it's false, okay? So probably this is our answer. And C is greater than EF. So once you go to CE and EF, easily we can see this length and this length is obviously greater. So it's right. Okay? But they ask for false, so it will not be. CD equals DE. So CD and D, we have seen that this 6, this 6. So this is also probably not the answer. So your answer is this. All right? Okay, we are almost to the end. And now I have not given you any construction problem. You don't have to construct anything, but you'll have to need the concept. All right? So look here. The diagram below shows the construction of a bisector of ABC. So what do you see? A, B, C. No, there is something wrong. I copied from the thing, so I made a mistake in writing that. Okay, it should be bisector of AOB. Okay, it should be AOB. Now, which of the statement is not true? So, if it is bisector, who bisects? AOB, this one, but or EOD. I better say EOD. Okay, so angle EOD. It is bisected by the line ray OC. So OC bisects EOD. So what happens? Once you bisect that, you divide this DOE into two equal part, congruent part. So DOC or BOC, this guy, if it is X, this is also X. Okay? So let's see what they say. Measure of EOC. So let's see what is EOC. EOC, this guy is half the measure of DOE. DOE. Obviously, if it is X, so 2X is my DOE, okay, and my X is this EOC, okay. So if it is X and if it is 2X, so X is obviously is half, okay. So obviously this is the answer. DBF, let's see if we are right, okay. DBF, what is the F? I made that mistake, like probably an F. I wrote it with E. Probably. How about DBF is half of ABC. ABC. ABC doesn't make any triangle. Okay? So forget it. EBF. EBF doesn't make any triangle. EBF. No. DBF. DBF again doesn't make anything. So obviously A is the choice for that. Okay? And then these are the multiple choice where you'll have to do the thing. I have told you that there will be 30 multiple choice question, each 2 marks. So you'll have 60 points. And from this unit, at least 6 to 7 sums will be there. And then there are student response questions where you'll have to show your calculation, everything. Here also you'll be given a space to show your calculation, minimum possible calculation. Okay, so that we understand that you understood. So let's say here, what's it? So part 2 you will be having there will be in part 2 you will be having 4 question, each 2 numbers. So 4 question, each 2, 8. Okay. And then part 3 will be again student response. you will have um, two questions, each 3 points, okay, 6 points. And in part 4, you will have only one question. That's a proof. I'm telling you that a geometric proof that will have 6 points. Okay, so let me go with that. If you see solve measure FDE. So where is my FDE? Look for that. F, D, and E. Okay, so I'll have to find out this one. If measure of CDE, the whole thing, that means this is a betweenness in angle. Green part is 105, okay, and CDF is 54. So where is your C? CDF is 54. So what do? From this green part, if you take out this, okay, let me show this way, this part, and now if you erase that one, automatically you will have this one. So erasing means subtracting. So you'll be saying angle FDE equals, you can do it directly, I don't mind, but you can do it formally like angle EDC, plus equals angle EDF plus angle FDC, okay, and then plug in the value. But here this figure is given, so you can easily say FDE should be from the whole thing, which is 105, subtract this part, that's 54, okay. So you get a 1, and from here you get a 5, okay. So it's 51, that's it. So your answer should be 51 degrees. Okay, and then what this one is a piece of cake for you. Give the graph, find the value of x. If you look at it, you see by this is a 90 degree, and there are two angles, they are complementary, okay. So you can say they will add up to 90 degree. So you guys are very good at it. So I'm doing 16 here. So it's a 3x plus 53 equals 90 degree. And now your job is to isolate x. So this is gone. This 3x, this 7, 1 in hand, 6 is 3, okay. So probably we are going to get a decimal figure for that. Divide by 3. So x, let me use my calculator. 37 divided by 3. So 37 divided by 3. So what you get is 12.333. So you don't have to write all this. You just write 12.3 or 12.333. So this is your answer. Okay, x is 12.3. Okay, and then this is related to complementary angle 90 degree. This is related to vertical angle. Okay, in the accompanying diagram, line L, this is the line L, intersects line M, two lines are intersecting, so they produce angles, two opposite angles. Find x. So you'll have to establish the relationship. What is the relationship between the two? They are vertical angle, so they are congruent. So you can say 2x plus 17 equals x plus 32. Okay? So now all oranges in one side, so 2x minus x, and all apples in the other side. So you said 32 minus 17. So you get an x over here, very simple. You have a 5 over here, and then one goes, so you get a 25 degree. That's it. That's your x. And the last one is 18. So you simply see is x. It's quite easy for you because you know there are three angles made on a straight line. Okay? So on a straight line, they're all together 180 degree. So you add all of them. All right? So you start 6x minus 10 plus 4x plus 6 plus 7x plus 14. All these angles together should be 180 degree. Okay, since they are straight angle, 180 degree. Okay, so now it's our job to solve it. So all x's, so 6x, 10x, 17x. Okay, and negative 10 and positive 6 gives you negative 4, and negative 4 and positive 14 gives you positive 10. Okay, so you get 180. So now divide them. Subtract 10 from that. So you say 17x equals 170. Okay, so once you divide them by 17, you get a x equals 10 degree, and that's your answer, 10 degree, and that's for number 18. You should be good. Okay, so this is on unit 1, and unit 1 I think after this you will not need. And lately, if you practice them, don't forget, keep these things with you and maintain it until your exam is over. Okay, and tomorrow you will do that, and I'll post some of the classwork so that we can be faster. That will be on triangle properties, our second topic. Okay, there's somewhere I have written the topics and syllabus that you have. So in the homework solution I have told that. Okay, in the, I mean, this lesson video lecture. Okay, so that's it. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a great night. Don't worry, don't panic, don't take stress. I'll do everything that I can do for you. So send me email if anyone has got problem. But during your test, hopefully I'll be there, because by 18 I'm supposed to join school. Okay, so don't worry. During your test time, you'll be getting me. Okay, have a good night and enjoy yourself. Stay safe.